We're kind of late getting on the stream today. For those who watch us live.
Technical difficulties.
Yes. Thank you for standing by. Thank you for standing by if you're watching live.
Yeah. So Halloween is over, but a Lebanon high school girl says she is still living a nightmare right now. She's been getting death threats all week after, have you guys seen this story? We kind of reported on it earlier this week of a blackface controversy over these kids were having. They're members of FFA, Future Farmers of America in Lebanon. Every year they do this haunted barn event where they, you know, I mean, it's like any other haunted house, and the kids are the ones that are jumping out and scaring people.
Yeah. Here's the bottom line, right? When this story came out, we're sort of seeing the circle of a news story this week because we reported basically on the nuts and bolts, the facts that we knew earlier this week, that these kids had painted their faces black to be part of this Halloween haunted house scaring event. What happened was, after the event was over, this group of kids took a photo. One person, I don't even know if this person was in that group of kids we saw, but someone, a student type, posted that picture and threw the, some racist comments on that post, including the N-word.
Right.
So then it becomes a story, right? Why are these kids in blackface? But I from the beginning, I thought to myself, I don't think any of these kids necessarily intended to wear blackface. They were intended to cover their faces in black to scare people at this haunted house.
Right. They say an adult chaperone told them to do it. Put your hoods up, wear black, paint your faces black. You kind of blend into the wall, so you better scare people.
Right.
And I've seen comments on our Eugene TV station who did this story that people who live in that area said they've done this every year. The kids paint their faces.
See, I've always thought it was important for us when we describe the story not to say the kids wore blackface.
No,
because that is something else.
Black paint on their face.
They wore black paint on their faces.
A photo was taken, they're all smiling. One girl posted it, N-word gang. Now it's gone out. One of the gals in the picture woke up the next morning after this happened to death threats, insults. She hasn't been to school since, and she and her mom said they're not going back. Maggie Vespa put together a story on this last night. Check it out.
In my opinion, the picture was innocent until somebody made it wrong.
Somebody made it wrong. That's what Jasmine Bates, a freshman at Lebanon High School, says happened Saturday night when a girl she had just met posted this photo on Snapchat. In it, Jasmine and other white kids are wearing black face paint. A caption read #N-word gang with the full N-word spelled out.
I didn't even know that the picture was posted until Sunday morning.
First, let's back up. How did this picture even happen? Jasmine says it started when the kids in it volunteered to scare people at a haunted barn, a fundraiser for their school's Future Farmers of America chapter.
All these kids in the picture, they're hardworking kids.
Jasmine's mom, Laura Lewis.
They're probably some of the best in the community.
Jasmine showed up ready to help.
I signed up for the role doing people in black, and our job was basically to hide. One person hid behind the wall and pounded in the wall and jumped out and scared people.
That's when she says an adult chaperone issued instructions.
So he told us to put our hair back and put our hoods up and have our faces black so that we wouldn't be visible at all.
The kids obeyed, and Jasmine says one wanted to document the moment.
We took a picture, just a group picture, and after everyone walked away, the girl who took the picture had posted the picture with a caption, #whatever, and the rest of us weren't really aware of what she had said.
The next morning, after a night of Halloween fun, the teen girl woke up to a tidal wave of anger aimed at the racist word and images of white kids in blackface.
When people were blowing up my phone, they would say, "You're disgusting, you're nasty." There was people who death threats and just lots and lots of insults.
What they did wasn't okay.
The backlash, as KGW found Monday, spread to Lebanon High. Kids and parents were buzzing.
I mean, it's not okay. I just don't understand why people do things like that.
The school's principal warned the girl behind the hashtag could be punished, adding kids not understanding the racist history of blackface wasn't an excuse to brush this under the rug.
I think we need, as a school, to examine the whole idea and educate on the idea of blackface, and though there was a role for it, to understand that that's not acceptable, and I will take that on as principal.
Tonight, Jasmine's mom says all this fallout has scared her daughter.
My daughter hasn't even returned to school since Monday, and we're looking at other options just so we don't have to return to the public school setting.
The whole thing, it just doesn't seem fair to me that all of us are getting blamed and just have to online for the one girl's action.
Story. Jasmine, obviously, she and her mom saying she's not going back to Lebanon High
Right.
School. That student, as you heard in Maggie's story, may be punished by the district. What I'm not clear is it was an FFA event. They're obviously students at Lebanon
Right.
High, and I guess that just falls under the cover of, I don't know,
A lot of
school rules or.
the people that are commenting right now on Facebook, at least these are the comments. We don't have a ton right now, so if you feel differently, by all means chime in. A lot of people are watching us right now, so we say good morning to the
Hi.
hundreds of
Good
you who are
morning.
watching us right now on this live feed, and I know a lot of people will see this later in the day, throughout the day. But for starters, Dustin, who just saw that piece that Maggie put
Yeah.
together, one-word comment: wow. In regards to that. But Shannon is saying, or Shan West, good morning, Shan West. She says this is not news. People need to chill out. She says there is no hate crime here. There is a crime of, I guess you would call it stupidity and ignorance on the part of the young lady who
Right.
posted this.
Right.
Well, it's not an issue of whether it's a hate crime. It's whether is it a controversy? Is it a blackface controversy? I think the point is the racist hashtag that was on
Right,
this
and it was
post.
that one girl. I mean, the students said that they were just there for the event, and you brought up the point that they do this every year. And then the girl that we talked to, Jasmine, was it, saying that it wasn't wrong or they
was
weren't
innocent,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was innocent
person-
until that girl posted that one photo
Yeah.
with the hashtag.
I think it's interesting, it's the Megyn Kelly situation of her talking on the Today Show about, thinking back to when she was younger and, several decades ago of people dressed up in costume.
Right.
And we've seen Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, he dressed up as a Latin for a costume party. And now, these photos come back, and now everything is so charged up.
Right.
I'd like to
that-
see the young lady who posted the picture, who used the N-word, who said this was the N gang. I'd like to see her be punished as far as punishment can take it.
She knew what she was doing.
To me, she is completely in the wrong. There's no forgiveness.
She knew,
It's
yeah.
disgusting, and she needs to be punished for that. I feel bad because I could completely see this happening in any local school in the area, so I'm just going to use my own kid's school as an example where they say, hey, we're going to put on a haunted house to raise some money. You guys are going to be dotted around the haunted house to jump out and scare people. In order to be truly scary, we're going to have you wear these dark clothes, paint your face black, they won't see you, you
then
can
you
jump out and
pop
scare them.
Yeah.
To me, there's nothing wrong with that so far. They have the event, they take a picture afterwards in their costumes, their face is still painted black. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
Some idiot
It
kid
has to have context.
takes
yeah.
it and throws it out there on the internet and says, check us out, the N gang, and uses that.
Right.
Now you've just made it horribly wrong.
Where it
now we
looks
probably
like
have
all
to
the
cancel the
kids are
event
in on
for the
it.
future. I mean, this one single individual, you talk about like the one bad apple that ruins the entire bucket or basket. That's what happened here. It sounds like one kid who needs a good lesson on understanding other people.
Yeah.
And it just ruined this entire event. Not only this year, but for years in the future, because they've been doing this forever in this town.
And I think, I was going to say, Lydia chiming in says, makes me sad for innocent kids. Jeff Lucas punished the people doing the threats because Jasmine was getting threats, all week long, basically. And most people who are posting it looks like, say, this is just wrong, ridiculous, let it be. It was not a crime, just a picture, chill, no hate.
It wasn't just a picture, it was a comment that was completely racially
that's true.
charged and
It was
ignorant.
the hashtag.
That doesn't make it a news story. I don't know if this is a legitimate news story, to be honest with you. You guys may feel differently.
She's getting death threats. I think it's a news story.
I'd like to think that this could be handled within the community.
Yeah, but not in this age of now it's on
Yeah,
Snapchat and
it's
you
on
think it's
social
going to be
media.
gone instantly, and then someone screenshots it, and this is what happens. And but the principal said, they will not be painting faces anymore in the future. I saw other comments on KEZI, our sister station's website in Eugene, saying, don't paint, no one should ever paint their face, wear a ski mask or wear, some type of covering. But yeah, it is like you're not doing that with the intent of
I am now of the
being
belief that you
racist.
should never put on a costume and paint your face black to impersonate a black individual. Like, to me, that's absolutely not okay anymore.
course,
Even if
right.
you're trying to pay like respects or trying to, show the
Honor
fact that you
someone.
love this
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore. You can't do it.
Right.
It's insensitive. It's no good. I'm actually surprised
You're
that we're-
volunteering, though, for a
yes,
haunted house.
That these kids
Boy,
trying to scare people at a haunted house
And
weren't
an
allowed
adult
to.
tells you, I mean,
Right, but I guess you're right. A black ski mask would have accomplished the same thing.
I know.
Maybe that is the answer.
Yeah, and I think it's just, once it gets out on social media with
Right.
no context of, hey, we were dressing up to scare people in a haunted house, then, people instantly see it and make a judgment.
Hey,
So,
racism is a problem, and I don't know all the answers. It is a tough deal, and I think about this young lady, and I think, who knows what her background is. Maybe in the house where she grows up, the N-word is used, and it's okay. You think like that can't be in 2019. It still is in some
sure,
places.
yeah.
Absolutely, right? It is tough. Even my own kids, and you can weigh in and tell me how to handle this. We're watching the NFL game the other day, watching the Eagles, my favorite team, play, and they always throw up the players' names or players' faces in the lineup as they start the game off. And my one son says, "How come all the Eagles are black?" And I was like, I didn't know how to answer that question. Again, it's like, because we want to think like we see all people the same. All people should be treated equal. There's no color.
you just say they were the best players. They are drafted, like.
Yeah, but you know how it is with my kids. It's never simple. Why?
Right.
Why are they the only ones that can? It's like
Right.
they always take it to the next level. But you're right. That's exactly what I said. I was just trying to put it
They
down.
all
to-
compete for
they
those
were the best.
spots, and those guys were the best.
They were the best.
Beat out everybody else.
But it's something that they notice, and I don't think my kids are racist, and I don't think we're raising them to
No.
be that way or to see things as black and white. We
Right.
try to see it like, hey, we're all equal, but yet that still came up
Right.
in the house. And in another house that may be handled differently. The answer may be different, and now the conversation goes in a way where this kid is now leaving the house maybe with the wrong idea. I just feel bad for the kids in this story is the bottom line, and I don't know what the heck the young girl who posted that was thinking. But it goes back to in my opinion, most times to the parents and the house in which they're raised.
I know. We love hearing from you guys, and when we look down at our phones, we are reading your live comments as they come in. Hello, Instagram. We have not forgotten about you either. Anna Hawk said, whoever instructed them to paint their faces black should know better. There are more ways to black yourself out if that's the goal. Regardless, the girl who posted it should be the only one held responsible. Rachel, thanks for watching. Rachel says teenagers need to be held accountable for their actions, especially when they maliciously hurt others. I homeschooled because our public schools don't do enough to curb bullying. And now, that girl getting insults, and she's too scared to come back to school at all.
right.
Our viewers, those following us on
Yeah.
Facebook, good morning again, kind of talking with each other. I'm looking for Craig. So Craig's post says simply, it's paint people, and 3 people liking that comment by you, Craig. Thanks for watching. But then Anna chimes in, replying directly to Craig, says, Craig, did you miss the entire part that made the situation racist? And I think she's talking about the hashtag,
Yes.
the N-word remark in this young lady's social media post.
Are we able to throw that picture? Producer Jess is back. Oh, I can talk to maybe Lindsay. Yeah, can we throw that photo up just for there's the picture in Instagram. You can see up here on our big monitor
On the left-hand
in
side.
our newsroom. Yeah, so on the
see.
far left-hand side vertically, you can see we blacked it out, but it was hashtag N-word gang that one girl posted, and they were so the girl, Jasmine, is the one kind of second from the right with the long hair. She's the one that did the interview with our sister station and says, they just wanted to take a fun photo at the end of the night. There she is, sitting with her mom for that interview, and, says they had a great time. They do this haunted barn event for their FFA group, and we're just trying to hide better to scare people in the haunted barn.
Right.
Until one of those students, and we don't know if that student who posted this is seen in this picture. She has not been identified. We know it's a girl. Use that hashtag.
The principal, though, also said that, we have to clarify, we'll have to follow up to see if and when and how he plans to address in terms of punishment, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
And that's the thing, Brenda Bird. My eyes are terrible. This print is so small. Brenda.
can do it.
Hello, Brenda. She says the issue is not the paint, it's the hashtag. And you know what? She's right about that,
Yep.
because we keep showing the picture because that's how the story started.
Right.
But ultimately now, to me, it is not the fact that they painted their faces black for this story or for this event. It's the fact that some student went ahead and took this innocent picture and totally turned it into a racially charged
On the flip
post.
side, it probably wasn't Justin Trudeau's intention to be
But he was dressing up as a black person, wasn't he?
as Aladdin, so a dark-skinned person
Okay.
for Halloween, and that is.
Yeah, like I
mean,
said,
that's the definition.
I've already
I
drawn
guess,
the
of
line.
blackface, right?
You can't paint your
Yeah.
face black to be a black person for Halloween.
Right.
That's out. That is out. We
For
can't
sure.
do that anymore.
Yeah.
I think that that's totally wrong. So if you're thinking, is that right or is that
But I
wrong?
think
I'm telling
some
you it's
people
wrong.
are saying, don't ever do it.
Right.
For any reason, don't ever
Okay.
do it.
And you know what?
that is
I'm
the
not going to
argument
argue with
for a lot
that.
of
I'm not going to argue in favor of painting
Okay.
your face black. I
It
just
is
feel bad.
Friday, and it is the weekend. And so we want to switch topics to something quite a bit lighter.
Yeah, a little lighter.
So we had a
And now
funny
I feel
story.
bad because someone just chimed in a little clarity. Says innocent picture. I think she's referring to how I just described it. She's clearly saying it's not an innocent picture. I'm telling you, you're right. I can't get into the minds of all those kids.
Right.
Those kids painted their faces black to scare people at a Halloween event. They took a picture
wasn't their
afterwards.
intent,
Their
yeah.
faces were painted so they wouldn't be seen, so they could scare. That's why I called it an innocent picture. I certainly don't think the post that was made with that picture, where the N-word was used by this particular student, was at all innocent. So hopefully you understand where I'm coming from.
Yes.
Now you can move on. I
yes.
apologize.
Yeah, Jeff Lucas says next story, please, and Ryan Moon. Anyways, happy November 1st.
Yes. Anyway, so we had a fun story today about was it a study or something that
Harvard
out of
University.
Harvard.
Oh, Harvard. Okay. Well, I'm
a pretty good school from what I
definitely
hear.
believe it. Yeah. Okay. So it says people who are chronically late to everything actually live longer, happier lives than people who are always punctual. Mm-hmm. Are we all three late people?
I think chronically late. I'm not because Rod said, well,
Rod's
no,
very on time.
He's on time.
Yes.
And Nina, you said that if you're texting
horribly
someone
late.
that you're like leaving, that means you're leaving in 15 minutes.
Yep.
I'm not that late, but like 5
I'm
minutes.
that late.
I'm like 5-ish, 10
Okay, that's
minutes
not
late
bad.
usually.
No, I'm the same way. When I even as I'm
I'll be
typing
there in
it-
10 means
yeah,
at least
well, I'll
20.
go. I'm 10 minutes away. I'm like, why am I saying that? It'll
Because
take
it's a lot. You just want to yeah, I'm coming. Just make him think I'm
It
coming.
is terrible.
Yeah, and
We're
be like,
making
oh,
a worse
traffic
situation
was crazy.
worser.
Yeah.
But apparently, like the people who are on time have higher blood pressure, right? Is that what?
Right. Well,
the
they're saying the
said?
people that are chronically late typically live longer lives and are healthier individuals.
Yeah.
And their blood pressure is super low. I guess they're hey, I'll get there when I get
so
there.
chill.
Nina offsetting
Like,
the effects
like
of being
some
late by
Twizzlers, I think.
But someone was commenting on our Facebook page earlier that the people that are always on time that may live with those people who are waiting for those
Yeah.
people, they're the ones dealing with all that stress. Like, where are they at? And I feel bad because
Do you feel tons of stress though being late?
a
Yes.
little, yeah.
I feel
because I'm
tons of
rushing.
stress.
you feel
right?
bad.
I
Yeah.
do.
But you didn't do it. You didn't do enough. Now you feel bad in the moment that you're late. But you obviously didn't feel bad enough 30 minutes before that to make sure you weren't late. So I don't feel bad for me. I feel bad for the people I guess I'm impacting. But really, you said your husband's on time all the time. My
Yeah.
wife is always on time for everything, for the most part. And so I know it stresses her out to be a part of this
Yeah.
thing.
I just grew up that way, like,
To be
oh
on
yeah,
time?
no, to be late.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just always was a little bit late, just a little.
We're more relaxed.
Fashionably late.
We're dawdlers. I'm a hell of a dawdler.
Really?
Pat Ellis says, I like
I'm a
this subject
dinker.
too.
That's what my husband
A
calls
dinker.
me. Yeah, I can dink with the best of them.
Ryan Moon, who said move on to a different subject, is chiming
What's up,
in
Ryan?
on this subject. Ryan says, I'm either an hour early or 30 minutes late.
Interesting. Oh.
Never on time. They call him Never on Time Ryan Moon.
Oh, Stanford, if you're late means no donuts left at the office. Yeah. Early bird misses, late bird misses the worm.
No, early bird gets the
Early bird
worm.
gets the worm. That's what
Did
it
you really
is.
not know that?
I did know that. I knew generally.
Early
It's too
bird
early right
gets
now.
the worm. What are you
No
doing?
donuts. I want to, let's take a poll.
They're playing the music. You better make this quick, Nina.
What time is it?
7:25. We got on
No
late
one's
today.
talking in my ear.
Here
What do you think
soon.
this is? Let's go to break on. Let's go to commercial on this.
I know what it is because it's written on this piece of paper. Should we
What
show
the
the
hell
people?
is it?
We always get random news.
Is it a
from
blob
food.
of black beans?
Smells cinnamony.
The person who made these and left this in the newsroom attached this picture to
That
it
helps
describing what it
in
is.
no
Why
way.
would they put a mouse on there?
I don't know.
That doesn't make it appetizing.
What is it? Oh, we don't know. It's
Well,
Oh, hey, my dad's commenting on the stream.
maple pecan cookies. That looks like poop
Okay,
or refried
wrapping it up.
beans.
Bye, Dad.
Goodbye. Happy weekend. Thank you for watching on whatever these are.